Hey, this is Miss Leslie B, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, today's topic is about 40 and up, honey. What's next? 40 and up, what's next? Because, child, this is a topic I'm like, goodness, this is something me and mama didn't really have many conversations about. And I'm learning now that um that things are definitely changing, and I'm learning how to embrace the change first of all, because there are times you be like, "Who child, my hip? I'm stuck. I gotta give my body time to unfold." Honey, the stuff that you could do when you was, younger, and the stuff you could do in your 20s, you'd be like, you're thinking a little bit more about doing it. Thinking about doing it, not necessarily acting on it. You become wiser in your decisions, or you should becoming wiser in your decisions. And now what's crazy is, because I know for me, I had started focusing on my health, but it's really like, now that I'm 40, I'm sitting here like, yeah, I need to really make sure that I'm in the gym, because that middle area starts, doing some stuff that you can't pull it back. Cannot pull it back, honey. So yeah. And I'm also realizing, I'm like, wow, we are the new parents. We are the new sit yourself down somewhere. Sit down somewhere, because you're doing too much. You didn't think that decision through. You didn't do a good job of thinking that through before you made that decision. So, what I'm learning as a 40 plus person is there are changes that are happening not only around me, but to me, to my body. Just, it's so many different shifts and changes. I'm learning who I am. I'm learning what I like, what I don't like, the conversations. So, I mean, choosing basically quality over quantity, which means that I would have a quality type of conversation with a person versus a whole bunch of, disrespectful, uh, going back and forth, argumentative type of person, that type of situation. Um, definitely, definitely looking into all of that. So instead of having, a whole bunch of friends, a whole bunch of people that I am talking with, and, giving my information to, I have quality people that I trust, that I share my information, I share my next move, my next steps. I share that with those people. I don't share with everyone, even when it comes to like business decisions, career decisions, And that's something else I realized, when you're younger and, you experience people changing jobs, and, they doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Now I realize, I'm like, well, dang. I realized for myself that there are so many different things, avenues that I would like to explore. And so, if not now, then when? And I realized that now that you get to this age, because, you know, for a long time, especially when I first got into the work world, into corporate America, and there were some ladies who were turning 40. So at that point, I was early 20s, and they had these over the hill parties for them. And I was like, ooh, honey, I can't see past my age right now. And surely I can't see myself at 40. And now here I am. And it's like, wow. Um, Sometimes I feel like I'm over the hill. Then there are times like, honey, I'm young and thriving. And as a matter of fact, I don't like that 3-letter word that starts with an O. So, that's how I move. And I've definitely gotten to a point to where I don't care what other people think. I don't make my decisions based off of what other people think, what they do, what they say, any type of pressure put on me. I mean, yes, I ask for recommendations and what do you think? So I'm open to hearing your opinion on it. But I'm not going to say, oh, well, I chose this logo with this color because this is what such and such said I need to do for my business. It's not their business, it's my business. So my logo is my logo because it's the idea that was in my head, and it's the color that I chose that I like. And so I craft a couple of ideas of logos, but I'm still staying true to the one that I know that I wanted, but I needed a little more assistance with putting it all, making it make sense, making what was the idea, the thought in my head, make it make sense on paper. Get what I'm saying? So yeah, for me, I'm definitely not moving in a space of what someone else is saying in that aspect of this is how I need to move. This is why I need to do this. No, I'm embracing my own journey. I'm embracing my own path. I'm embracing my own walk with Christ, because I'm definitely a Christian. I'm definitely a Christian. I believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, and that the three of them are one: God, the Holy Ghost, and Jesus Christ. Okay? So, because I have that belief system, that's something else. No one else, and because I've experienced my own encounters, so then I can't say, oh, well, because that's what my mom did. This is what my brother did. This is what my sister did. This is what my best friend did. So then this is the area that I'm moving into. No, Leslie, I've always walked to the beat of my own drum, or I've always walked according to my own path, but I always still was like, oh, well, trying to stay within the realm, within the scope of what someone else's idea for me was. Now I don't care what their scope, what their idea for me is. As a 40 plus person, I don't care. And actually I started kind of getting to that point a couple of years ago, and now I'm really like, child, that don't make sense to me, so Leslie not doing it. But I mean, I'm still I'm still mal-mannered. I'm still going to be, because I like to volunteer, because I believe in God, so then I'm going to still go to church. But if the message that's being presented, if it doesn't have any fruit, if that leader doesn't have any fruit, then I'm not going to continue to follow what they're saying. So that's what I mean by I'm marching to I'm still being compliant, but I'm not complacent with my compliance. So that's definitely something. Not being complacent, not being stuck within the compliance. Because what I realized is for a long time we went to one particular church, and I realized that with a lot of people, you go to the same church for 50 years, go to the same church for 30 years. Where is the growth? Are you a continuous bench warmer, which means that you're going in and sitting on the pew and that's it? Or do you get up and teach Sunday school? Do you participate with the kitchen ministry? Are you assisting with like the program ministry? Do you help clean up, or do you just go in and sit down? Because if you go in and sit down and that's all you've done for 30 years, honey, you are compliant and you're complacent within the ministry. That means you have no fruit, right? So because that's just like a fruit tree that has grown, or you planted the seed for 30 years ago and it's just a little stump. It never bloomed. It never blossomed. It never became it never became what you planted it to become. It never became what you wanted it to become. In 5 to 10 years, a fruit tree should start producing fruit if you plant a seed in the ground in good soil, because it has to be good soil. If you plant it in soil that does not, there are some soil where it's packed so hard nothing will come from it. But if it's loose, if it's been broken up, and you're able to put the seed in the ground and water it, it should start sprouting. Something should start sprouting out of it. And if you're not able to do that, then you are not in good soil, and it's time to change locations, okay? So I don't even know how I got to even talk about all of that with the church, but we 40 and up, right? Because this is a time, truthfully, where people start mellowing. You start slowing down and like, you know what? I ain't going to the club like I once was. I might need to give my life to Christ. I might need, this is the time where, okay, I may not be picking up the bottle as much or hitting the blunt and all that stuff so much. So what I'm gonna do with my time? Truthfully, we all should be spending more time in our Bible. Okay? Yeah. So, because this is 40 and up, what's next? And for me, I know what's number one thing for me as what's next is I'm building myself, I'm growing myself, I'm learning where I'm still contemplating some of my next large moves. Excuse me. But I'm building my career. Actually, I've made some decisions about my career in which I'm already looking at retirement and what are my next steps in. Do you need to go to the doctor and don't have insurance? Do you need dental work or eyeglasses, look no further. I have medical plans that start at $0. Click the link below to see your options. As far as getting to retirement. And that's really what you should be doing as a 40 plus person, because do you really want to retire at 65? Maybe you want to retire at 55 or 50. Have you thought about it? Some people are okay with retiring at 65 and whatnot. I mean, from what I viewed, based upon what my parents have done, and so I'm like, no, I refuse to work until 65 and then have a couple of years of life to live. I gotta get as much done within this time frame of my goal of retirement, so that when I'm able to retire, I'm able to do what I choose to do, and I'm not consistently like, oh dang, I don't have enough income and I don't really want to go back into the field that I'm in, but I got to go back to work in order to, make sure that I can afford to live. So that's something. But yes, I'm definitely looking into pursuing passions and all that type of stuff, turning a lot of ideas. What was once an idea has now become businesses, basically, because I know for me, there were a couple of different things that I wanted to do, and it was always, well, what if, and if I get to this point, then I want to be able to do this. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm throwing all my money into it. I'm throwing all my ideas into it, throwing it out there and see what happens, because the only answer, the best answer, it is yes. If I receive a no, that means it's a no from that particular area, and I need to keep asking until I get a yes from the right person. So I asked the wrong person, and I'm gonna keep asking the right person. I'm gonna keep on until I get to the right person. That's how I feel about it. And but at this point, you reassess your goals. Reassess your goals. Are you where you want to be? And I know I've realized on different social media platforms that people decided at 40 or late 30s that they wanted to become a nurse. They wanted to become a physician. A man went from being a janitor, which is nothing wrong with it, because if he's, I'm pretty sure, made good money taking care of his wife, children, and putting them through school, and still was able to become a physician. Okay, so but yeah, in the end, the man became a physician in his latter years. So there's nothing wrong with it, but you do reassess your goals. Is this what I want to continue to do? And I know for me, I do that all the time. I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm in a rat race. I'm on the wheel, the wheel that the mouse be on, whatever thing is. I'm on this consistent wheel, and do I want to get off of it? Whatever it's called, for the guinea pigs and them people. Want to get off of it, because I'm moving to my own beat. I'm moving in my own capacity, and that's something new. For me, it's something new because for a majority of my life, I've been concerned about taking care of others. And now I'm only taking care of myself. So what does that look like for me? What does it look like for me if I was to get married? And do I still consider Do I still feel like I'll get married at this age? Do I feel like I'll have a a child before I'm turning 50? That's some stuff you have to think about. I mean, most of the time you think about that stuff when you're 20. But guess what? I mean, for me, it did not, it did, but it didn't happen. And from my perspective, those activities were spiritual, and I didn't realize that they were spiritual at that time. And I'm realizing now when I consult with my close counterpart, my close people, that the things that I wanted to happen at the time that they should have happened, it did not happen because it was spiritual, and I needed to do some things in order for it to change. Okay, so in this aspect, are you still learning? I've actually experienced somebody say that one day. It was like, we done come too far as a friend. I can't get no new friends. It's gonna take me too long to train them. Honey, I'm open to new friends. I'm open to new friends, but they gotta be, they can't come to me as somebody trying be based off of so when I'm looking for new friends now, I'm looking for people who are on the same path that I'm on. They cannot be, ooh, let's go out to the club, honey. Let's go to the Cena. Let's we outside, honey, at 8:30. I'm under the bed. Child, as a 40+ person. And that's okay. Don't let anybody else's opinion deter you. As a matter of fact, the people who are closest to me know, don't call me at a certain hour because I'm not answering the phone. Only people I'm gonna answer the phone for are my immediate family members. And I mean that. Now, so no. Do an analysis. Figure out what are the next steps. And I mean, if you being a secretary and that's all you've ever wanted to do, if you being a CNA, which is certified nursing assistant, and that's all you want to do, that's fine. Be the best CNA. Be the best secretary. Be the best director of your department, because that means that you have worked your way up. Most people didn't start off having that actual job title as a director of whatever or senior manager. You started off at the bottom and had to work your way up. Be the best. Honey, if you got some more ideas, some more things that you want to do it. Don't let nobody stop you. That's how I feel about this 40 and up type of such thing. Honey, I've been trying to learn how to garden and I done killed so many flowers. So, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna get this thing right. I'm gonna get it right. I ain't gonna stop till I get it right. But I'm also concerned about living in peace, tranquility. And so, when I left my 15-year relationship, situationship, partner, whatever you want to call it, it was about peace for me, peace of mind for me, growth opportunities. I realized that the relationship bared no fruit. There was no growth in the relationship. And we as individuals had not grown, and we had been stuck and complacent. So, within the first 6 months of me leaving that relationship, I got my agent's license. I got my business license. I got I got my notary public. So I got my commission for that. I mean, that's when I realized that the relationship had made me stagnant. That was almost 4 years ago. So that's when I'm like, yeah, I may have just turned 40, but I've been a work in progress before 40. Even at that time is when I started saying, I don't care what nobody else says. Because initially I was concerned about the people saying, y'all been together this long, why all of a sudden now y'all finna break up? Why all of a sudden now you finna do something different than just staying up under that? Because the relationship bear no fruit. The relationship was stagnant for me. Not only that, you know what? That's another conversation for another day. But simply put, I ain't Bob the Builder. I ain't Leslie the Builder. Honey, no. And that's something even now, you know. And I told my friend that, I said, at this point in the game, if you're dealing with a man and he comes to you broke, busted, and disgusted, I ain't Bob the Builder. So it's on him to figure out how to get to his next destination. And do he know what his next destination is? Because I know what mine is, and I'm working towards it. So, and and if he knows, then honey, we can work together. But if he don't know, he need to go and have a couple of conversations with himself to figure that stuff out. And I don't need him sitting up here trying to place a whole bunch of blame on everybody else. It's the reason to why he is not where he's supposed to be financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you know. So, I mean, even at this good age, honey, if you are 40 years old and you ain't got no life insurance, what are you doing? And don't be dependent on your mama and your grandmama and them talking about, oh, my mama got a life insurance policy on me. Where is the life insurance policy for yourself? And most men have children. They come up here and trying to talk to somebody, and they got kids and stuff. And you ain't got no life insurance on yourself nor them, and sitting up here with a $2 savings account. Child. Again, you need to go have a conversation with yourself, and you need to figure out what you're trying to do before you try to get in a relationship with somebody. Because don't show up to me with your Walmart bag talking about you moving in. Excuse me. Yes, with the 40 and up, honey. What's next? Honey, not that Walmart bag with your 2 pairs of gym shorts and them Nike slides. Okay. I mean, a man has to come knowing what he wants. He needs to be self-assured. He needs to have some, and he needs to be having a therapist. He needs to have had a conversation and a continuous conversation with a therapist. Because what I've learned with these men is they feel like they ain't nothing wrong, so don't fix it. And that's the #1 problem. All right, honey. So thank y'all so much for joining me, because honey, this 40 and up, what's next could go on for the next hour. And I ain't trying to do that. Now, Do you know someone that's experienced cancer and their quality of life changed? They ended up having to sell their home, sell their property. Guess what? There's an insurance policy that can keep you from having to lose all of your things that you work so hard for. Click the link in bio so that we can get you some coverage today, okay? Not at all. Honey, 40 and up, what's next? Focus on you and what you want and grow yourself. Be a better you than you were yesterday. Be a better you than you were last week. Be a better you than you were this time last year. As a matter of fact, today, make a decision to be in a better place this time next year than where you are right now. Make sure that your parents, if you still have your parents, honey, talk to them today about life insurance. They need life insurance, and you need to make sure that you got life insurance as well. And I am a licensed life insurance agent as well as a licensed health insurance agent, so I can help you get some ACA or Obamacare, and I can help you get life insurance because I'm licensed in the states of Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, Michigan, and New Mexico. Those are 5 states, but I can also add the other 45 if I want to. Okay, so that's not a problem. If you have questions, if you have concerns, I can definitely lead you into the next place, the next station, whatever your next destination is. As a 40-plus woman, I am consistently learning. I'm consistently growing. I'm consistently trying to be better. I'm learning how to have empathy for others. I'm learning how to have compassion on others because we all don't have the same capacity. We all don't have we're not all at the same place at the same time because the starting line was, several years ago. The starting line is here, but looking at my fingers, you see, we not all starting at the same, we not all getting at the same place at the same time. That's what I mean. We're not getting to the same place at the same time. This is my first time for me showing my fingers publicly to the world because I lost the tip of my finger in October of 2025. I'm sorry, 2024. I lost it from what they call paronychia. If you don't know what it is, research. And the physician that did my surgery said that my finger would not recover and they would have to take the rest of it. And I fought with him because I'm like, I work on the computer. Even as an insurance agent, I'm on the computer all day, every day. So if I work on the computer, I need my fingers to be where they supposed to be. I've learned. That's why I'm saying, honey, we're all not gonna be at the same place, but you learn how to help others get to where they need to be. We're not all, even here, this is my good hand, even with this hand, none of them are at the same length, which means that even though they may have started off, my hand was small as a baby, but it's grown as an adult. And as an adult, that means that we all grow differently. When you go to the store, you see the sizes is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 as a woman, okay? I don't know what men's sizes are because I'm not a man. But as a woman, you start off 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 is, right? even though those are the sizes, those are flat sizes in the store until you get to the curvy section or the plus size section, because everybody's body shape is different. Somebody may be a size 2, but she may be 5'2", and the next person may be a size 2, but she may be 6'3". So guess what? The 6'3" woman and the 5'2" woman cannot wear the same size pants. They can get the same size pants, but they not gonna look the same on them. For the 6'3" woman, honey, them pants gonna stop at her knees. And for the 5'2" woman, if she get the size 2, the same size, the same pants, they gonna be at her ankles. That's what I mean by we're all at different levels. Honey, I don't even know what, I don't know how I got to all of that. But for 40 and up, work towards getting to your next level. Work towards being the best person that you can be. Work towards being the best mother, the best sister, the best whatever that you can be. The best co-worker. Honey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and like. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you see the next time that I post. My goal is to post once a week by 7 o'clock on Sundays. And I'm working towards getting back to it. I've had a lot going on, and I'm actually finna increase running with my business. So it may be every 2 weeks. Just depends on if I can get the video shot during daytime hours, and I can get the edit done by the time it's time to get the video posted. So if not, then it'll be every 2 weeks. But my goal is every week by 7 p.m. And I'm doing my best. I'm going to do absolutely everything that I can in order to do that. So go ahead and hit that like, hit that share button, honey, subscribe, do the notification. Go and follow me on all my social media platforms, Miss_Leslie B on this is YouTube. See how when you get 40 plus, honey, you gotta think about the stuff. YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Miss Leslie B. It's the same handle on all of them. YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Miss_Leslie B. All right. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.